At a point today, Steve Yzerman said, I'm trying to say as much as I can without saying anything, if you haven't picked up on that yet. Yes, we have, but it's our job to interpret what Yzerman says. And when you let go of a head coach, you have to have your reasons. Steve Yzerman certainly shared those today. He sees the Red Wings rebuild going in the right direction. He saw progress in certain areas and from certain players, but he did not like how the team looked overall defensively and said that was why Jeff Blashill is no longer the Red Wings head coach. Yzerman said he doesn't regret bringing Blashill back this season. He said he recently reflected on that and stands firm in his decision he made a year ago. The GM made the decision because he said for 3 years, despite his respect for Blashill, the team never found the defensive improvement or identity Yzerman wanted, so now Blashill's out of a job.
I say this sincerely, Jeff did an outstanding job of leading this team, this organization in a very, very difficult circumstance. Pardon the expression, but he ran a good program. This wasn't a complete show. We were organized. Our guys practiced hard. And can you imagine, like, you're sitting on that side, having to sit here every day and answer your questions after the games and say it with dignity and be supportive and be positive. That's a really hard thing to do. I think it's really unfair to put it on the coach. Having said that, for 3 years, I'm making a change today for the reasons I stated earlier.
All right, so what's next? Yzerman said he doesn't have a specific timeline. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but he certainly does want a new head coach before the NHL draft. He will not limit the head coaching candidates to any resume specifics. He can be a first-time head coach. He may not need to know Yzerman ahead of all of this, but that would certainly help. He also may not need to have NHL head coaching experience. Yzerman wants to also add some players this summer. That's pretty obvious. The roster is going to change, but don't look for big trades. I asked Yzerman if he's ready to move top prospects or picks to take the next step. If he makes a trade, he said, it'll be for another young player that fits the young nucleus, not a veteran player that costs a ton. Briney said he understands the rebuild. It's been going on now for a few years. Fans are probably losing patience, but he saw progress. He hopes that head coach that steps in next can help that team make the next step defensively, and then they go from there.
I wonder how this all will shake up in terms of the NHL draft decisions that were made. I guess we'll never know because we won't have.
Well, and he pointed out today, they still don't have the draft lottery results. They can pick 1, they can pick 8, they can pick 9. So a lot to shake out in the next few weeks.